Alright, it's been a long time since I've drawn some pretty girls. So let's draw a pretty girl today. No! Why?
This is what happens when you do not listen to me. You start losing your shit, your brain cells.
It's not happening. It's not happening. I think I quit. I'm gonna quit.
Look at him go.
I think I'm going into depression.
Poor child. Another poor soul lost to depression. So shut up and listen to me.
Alright. Never ever draw without a reference. If I see you draw without a reference, I'm gonna come there and tear your drawing page. Boom! And if you do manage to draw without a reference, something like this will happen. It just doesn't look good. You just draw the same faces over and over again. So nothing is interesting. And sometimes you cannot even draw good poses from memory because your brain just cannot have that much information unless you are someone like maybe Kim Jong-gi, and even he uses references, alright? It is not like he doesn't use references. He has memorized everything, but I'll talk about that in a minute. So bottom line is everything becomes wonky, everything becomes weird if you use no reference, if you draw something without a reference. Okay, so keep that in mind. Always use references no matter what. Now why it happens like that? Because of something called as visual library, right? The things that are recorded in here. So if you do not have anything in your head, nothing comes to mind and nothing that you draw comes right. Okay, even when playing a music, you have to have a sense of, music. You have to have a sense of tone. Okay, you have to hear for references. You have to look for references about other musicians, how they have played that particular tune, and that is how you can create something original. So it all comes down to consuming stuff, going out, watching movies, watching anime, playing games, and all of these things, experiencing new stuff, doing something new, always new, reading comics and stuff. So it all comes down to experiences, and that is how you can draw or create something from your memory. So all of these experiences are nothing but essentially references that are in our mind. So whenever you want to draw or create something, you just put up a reference and just use that reference point and go forward from there. And all of these artists, musicians, and all of these creators use references all the time. They have a lot of references while they are working to get something started in their brains, okay, to start from a reference point. Okay, for example, okay, the most famous anime of all time, Naruto is nothing but about shinobis or ninjas basically. So the whole concept that Kishimoto wrote or Kishimoto drew was from reality, from ninjas being real, and Kishimoto was like, what if I take the ninja concept and build a world around it? So that is what he did. And even these nine-tailed beasts that you see, they are nothing but representations of real world creatures. Okay, he have mixed one or two creatures together and made a tail beast. So that is where the inspiration, the imagination comes from. You take one or two references or maybe more than two references and you just blend it all together. You might have seen Kim Jong-gi just paint on wall from memory, okay? But he once talked about his stuff in his interview and he said that I memorized everything. I memorized drawing boxes in perspective, okay? And that is how he can draw without looking at references or without looking at anything. It is all over here. It is all in his head over here. This is his reference. He had packed everything over here. Rest in peace, Master Kim Jong-gi. So my point is everyone uses references, and without references you just can't draw, you just can't be your best self. Every artist that you see, every artwork that you see has been drawn with the use of references, with combining two or more references together. Okay, so everything that you see, every character that you see has been drawn taking inspiration from something and then portraying it in your own way. So I'm gonna show you what happens when you draw with a reference. So as you can see, everything falls into place while I'm drawing this girl and I'm stylizing her. Okay, it's not like I'm drawing something realistic. I'm doing a stylized version because I like stylized stuff more. Okay, so but the pose, the anatomical placement, the perspective, everything falls into place when you are using a reference. So that is why it is always essential to use a reference. That's it. Subscribe and press the bell icon so that you do not miss out any future videos, and join the Discord and Patreon. So until next time, see you later. Bye.
You there? Subscribe and press the bell icon and join my Patreon and Discord. And never ever draw without reference. Goodbye.